Hi, good morning. In this particular session, we'll be talking about Manipur conflict. You see, Manipur conflict has been in the news for the past few days and it's a burning and a hot topic. So let's understand this in a very comprehensive way. And for us to understand what the conflict is, we must first understand the Manipur's geography, demography, and who are these Kuki people, Meite people, and Naga people, and what is the conflict between Kuki and Naga, Naga and Meite, Meite and Kuki. So we'll be breaking down these topics and we'll be studying them one by one. To begin with, let's look at Manipur's geography. Manipur is located in northeastern part of India. It's a landlocked state, which means it is completely surrounded by land and there is no access to ocean. Okay, and the state of Manipur is surrounded by Nagaland in the north, and in the west it is Assam, in the south it is Mizoram, and in the east it is Burma or Myanmar. Okay, now in the for the second part of our discussion, we'll be looking at the demographic. What demography? Ethnic demography, not the religious demography. Okay, so Manipur state, the predominant community in Manipur state is Meite. Okay, they form more than 50% of Manipur's population, followed by Nagas who live in the hilly areas. Okay, and Naga people form about 20 to 25%. Then the Kuki people form about 7-10%. Okay, and there are other the remaining portion includes various other smaller communities. Okay, so that is the ethnic composition. When it comes to religious demography, the Meite people are predominantly sort of Hindu, Sanamahi and all that, and the Kuki people are Christian and Naga people are also Christian. That is the religious demography. Okay, having discussed about geography and the demography, let's get into the real business. Who are these Meite people or the so-called Meite community? Now, Meite people are the natives of Manipur. That means they have been in Manipur, they have inhabited Manipur for a very long time. So along with Nagas, Meite people lived in the valley. Okay, predominantly Meite people occupied the valley, that is Imphal and the surrounding areas. Next, the Meite people, their religion, most of them belong to Hinduism and Sanami religions. Okay, then there are Christians and Muslims also in Meite people. Okay, and these Meite people are also from the ruling community, as in for a very long time Manipur has been ruled by Meites. These people are numerically dominant and they are also politically dominant. Please understand that. Next, let's discuss about Nagas. Nagas are the people who live in hilly areas. These are the tribes, and Nagas are also found in Nagaland. Now, Naga people are predominantly Christian. Okay, having said that, let's move towards Kuki people. Now, Kuki people are not exactly from Manipur, meaning they have been settled in Manipur. They are immigrants in Manipur, which means they came from elsewhere. Where did they come from? What? They came from Myanmar. And more importantly, these Kuki people who predominantly belong to Christian community, they were immigrants during the British times. Britishers actually encouraged these people to move from Myanmar and settle down in Manipur. The reason behind Britishers encouraging Kuki people to settle down in Manipur is for their own personal benefit. Now, let's understand what the conflict between Meite and Kuki people is. Like I said already, Meite people are the actual natives of that place who live in the valley, and Kuki people were brought in, were immigrants. Now, Kuki people and Naga people, both of them have ST status, meaning they are scheduled tribes. So they have access to reservation, they have access to various beneficial programs, financial programs by government. So Meite people have been demanding ST status, but Kuki people oppose it. Why? Because if Meite people are given ST status, then most of the reservations will be utilized by them. Also, Meite people have been politically dominant, they have also been numerically dominant, and so there is no point in giving ST status to them according to Kukis. So that is the Kuki version. Now, according to Meite people, Kuki people are immigrants, they have been in that state and they've been cultivating poppy, that is drugs and all that, and which has encouraged a lot of illicit drug production, drug trade, and a lot of Meite people have become victims of this drug abuse. So that is what Meite people oppose. So next, let's take a look at the conflict between the Kuki people and Naga people. Kuki people, these immigrants, were settled in the hilly areas where Naga people are predominant. And Naga people have been worried from the beginning that Kuki people might change the demography, Kuki people might affect this, might claim this land as if that belongs to them. And their fears have actually become true. Now, Kuki people are actually claiming the land. So that is the concern that Naga people have. Please understand, for both Naga people and Meite people, Kukis are outsiders. So Naga people have been at loggerheads with these people because they lay their claim on land. And then what about the conflict between the Naga people and Meite people? Please understand, Meite community, which lives in the valley, Naga community, which lives in the mountains. Naga people have been demanding that the areas they live be separated from Manipur and be joined with Nagaland to make it Nagalim or the so-called Greater Nagaland. If that is to happen, then Manipur has to be split. If Manipur is split, the Meite people are not at all ready to let that happen because they are very passionate about their land and they are not ready to let it split. Alright, so Naga people want Greater Nagalim or the Greater Nagaland or Nagalim, but Meite people are passionate about their land and they are not ready to let it split. So this is a conflict between the Meite people and Naga people. Please understand, even though these Meite people and Naga people belong to two different religions, as in Meite belonging to Hinduism mostly and Sanamahi, and Naga people belonging to Christianity, these two people see Kukis as outsiders. Kukis, who were immigrants, are seen as outsiders by both Nagas as well as Meites. Both these communities are also very much worried about changing demographics. What is changing demographics? Please understand, if more and more Kuki people settle in Manipur, then their numbers go up. Relatively, the numbers of Meite and Naga people come down, which causes an upset in the demographic balance. That means the people who are native to that area will become minority in their own place. That is their concern. Of course, this is a genuine concern that any of us would have. I mean, if we put ourselves in their shoes, then we'll understand that. And please understand the recent conflict, what exactly happened. You see, as we have discussed, Meite people have been asking for ST status, scheduled tribe status, which Kuki people oppose. Now, when Kuki people were protesting that Meite people should not be given ST status, there was a conflict between Kuki community and Meite community. As a result, both of them fought. Some ugly things have happened, which I would not like to discuss because anyways, you would have seen them in the news. So, Kuki and Meite are fighting with one another, not because one belongs to Hinduism, other belongs to Christianity. Please understand, Meite, there are Christians in Meite also. At the same time, Kuki people have destroyed churches of Meite people because they are Meite's churches, even though it's still Christianity. So please understand, religious conflict is not there. If you are coming across some news which talk about religious conflict between these communities, that is absolutely not true. Okay? And finally, to add to the information that we have just discussed, please understand, predominantly the Kuki people are poor, immigrants naturally, who work for very low wages. So they belong to poor community. Naturally, in order to feed in order to, protect their livelihood or to promote their livelihood or to earn some money, they have engaged in illegal activities such as poppy cultivation. And the present dispensation in Manipur, the BJP government, has actually raided the poppy cultivated areas of Kuki people, which is again seen as conflict between two communities because of ethnicity. No, that's not a conflict because of ethnicities, but rather it's a law and order issue. Okay, so we must understand that in order for this conflict to reduce or to disappear, the best way is to sit down and talk. These communities have to sit down and talk. And please understand, everybody has their own genuine concerns. Kuki people are poor, they're poor and immigrants, and Meite people are natives of that area, and they sincerely believe that the land belongs to them. And who would allow that land being split between different people? Then Naga people who occupy the hilly areas, they would genuinely want that area to be integrated with Nagaland, and there's nothing wrong in that. At the same time, Meite people don't want their territory to be disintegrated. Okay, so the government has to make everybody calm down and understand and make these people understand the current sensitivities. And there is nothing that we can achieve by humiliating some people from that community. Humiliating women is not at all a solution to this. If some accident has happened because of some bad people, we should try to address that rather than trying to plan a revenge. Okay, so the conflict actually appears to be because of some very small reasons, but it might spiral into some other issues. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in understanding the issue. Okay.